Ladies and gentlemen, I am Muskan Behune from Marketing Mind, an online platform for all the latest update in marketing, advertising and business. And you are watching Marketing Mind's latest chat show, He Said, She Said, brought to you by Robert. Robert is a one-stop shop for all sorts of accessories, and they are making incredible fashion for incredible people. And we together present to you stories of the most fiercest, funniest and most fabulous he's and she's from the world of entrepreneurship. This is probably the only place where you'll find corporates being really candid. So brace yourself for a chat show that's bound to leave you inspired and doubled over with laughter. Let's go. She's the master of finding the juiciest Bollywood scoops faster than you can say, kuch kuch hota hai. Get ready to witness the perfect blend of glam and gossip, beauty and brains, all wrapped up in one feisty package. Welcoming yours, mine and everyone's favorite, Malini Agarwal, aka MissMalini. Hi Malini, how are you?
Hi, thank you for that very sweet intro. Excited to be here.
Our pleasure. Thank you so much for doing this. And how does it feel to be on the other side firstly?
बड़ा अच्छा लगता है because I know exactly what it's like to be in your chair, and मुझे ये भी मालूम है that when you ask this specific questions and how the other person feels, I'm a little bit nervous but excited.
Same here, a little bit nervous but excited. Okay, so but which one do you prefer, this chair or this chair?
I think I'm so used to being in that chair that kabhi it's nice to do something new for a change. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So I want to start with, about your journey. So it came in our research that you started as a dancer, then you became a radio jockey, and now you're this successful entrepreneur and author, and you're just killing it.
Thank you.
So can you just walk me through your entire journey?
Wow, so it's quite a long journey. It started about 22 years ago, or a little bit more. मैं दिल्ली में पढ़ी थी, and I joined a dance troupe called Ronika Jacob and the Planets. So I was the backup dancer for Sukhbir, Anamika, all the indie pop stars. But one year I even got to dance behind Peter Andre and the Spice Girls and Mika, like a whole bunch. It was like quite an iconic moment for me. I was like probably 18 or 19 years old. I moved to Bombay in the year 2000 when I was 21, and सबसे पहले that little first .com boom हुआ था. So I was working with MTVindia.com, and my job was channel head romance and sexuality. So my job was to write all the love line questions and answers, and I used to write all of Nikhil Chinnappa's scripts. I used to do all the website works. This is years ago. Then used to work at MTV in the day, and मैं वहीं पर रहती थी. So I used to live in Tardeo. So I used to go home. I used to go to work, finish at MTV, and then I would go home, and then रात को I used to do what's called the graveyard shift. From midnight till 4 a.m. on the radio, that last shift, जब पहले आप शुरू करते हो radio पे, that shift. And I still remember May 5th, 2008, wrote my first blog, and I hit enter. And I remember feeling this amazing feeling, the same thing I used to feel while being on the radio, that there's some magic to it. Sometimes you have that feeling, there's something about this. And there's been no looking back.
Were you able to manage all of these simultaneously?
I was, and this is why I tell people, especially when Gen Z ask me, कि क्या करना चाहिए, I don't know what to do yet. I'm like, do everything. You have enough time in the day. जितना हम doom scroll करते हैं phone पे ना, if we spend some time getting a second job, you could do 2-3 other jobs in that time.
And I feel कि अगर जब हम वो crack कर लेते हैं अपना time management throughout the day, because we sleep for 8 hours, and then we have rest of the day. So
you do, and I think a lot of it is exactly like you said, it's time management. I think sometimes we can feel overwhelmed कि इतनी सारी चीजें करनी है, how do I manage? But if you put a schedule, and my whole team knows, if it's not in my Google Calendar, it won't happen. Like it's really like my whole day is marked out, half an hour, 1 hour, but it's all very clear. And that way I have sanity. On certain days I'll do this. I know some days are shoot days, some days there's
when you have to take breaks.
You have to take breaks. I don't really take that many breaks, but I think it's fun. I think also, people always talk about your work-life balance, कि आप detox कर रहे हो internet से, but I don't look at it that way. I have kind of an untraditional detox. I detox online by reading fun things or inspirational posts or watching cute dog or cat videos. I find that is my detox. And I really love what I do, and वो काफी पुरानी saying है that if you love what you do, you'll never work a day in your life. I think it's true.
You live by. So social media doesn't ever get overwhelming for you because you have to be on your phone all the time, and for detox also, you're online.
So, मुझे लगता है कि it's not that social media or the platform is overwhelming. things that happen on it can be कि अगर कोई आपको troll कर रहा है or you're getting too much FOMO that people are doing things without you. So I think it's really important to have that balance. And I'm someone who's on my phone 24/7. But I think it's important that you have a core group of people जो आपके family हो सकते हैं, friends हो सकते हैं, that will always have your back and will tell you the truth. And that's the only voice that should really matter. Because there will be tons of people who will love your content and be fans one day, and enough people who will troll you one day. But at the end of the day, and I'm writing my second book on this topic, for them, you are a number, right? You're not necessarily a full-formed human being. But for the people who know you, you are a full-formed human being with emotions and feelings, and so they will care about you like a human being. And a lot of other times people won't care about you as a human being because we're all guilty of it. जब हम देखते हैं अपने post पे कितने likes आए, you might say, oh, only 400, only 4,000. But you don't even think that each one of those is a person. You just see the number. So I think if you can zoom out and unsee the numbers and see the people, it'll be less of a stressful experience.
Yes, and even the way people criticize people on social media, they don't realize that there's a human being behind this account.
I think they don't realize that, and I think that that's one of the things, right? It can become very easy to feel, and this is something that I learned also the hard way, you know, that, you know, if somebody's not going to be in front of your face, aap kya kuch bol sakte ho, right? Like, so we made a rule at MissMalini very early on that we will only write or we'll only blog what we can say to your face. Now that changes a lot about what you do as a celebrity or gossip blogger, but I'm okay with that, you know, because at the end of the day, I'm doing this because I love entertainment. I love Bollywood, I love fashion, I love everything about it. And even not just as somebody who is a content creator, but even as a consumer, when you're leaving a comment, stop and think that agar ye banda mere samne hota, would I say the same thing?
Very different way of putting this, but yeah. Okay, so when you started writing the blogs for yourself, what was your first blog about on 5th of
May 2008? I think the first ever blog, it was like one of those page 3 stories, and I think it was about Sapna Bhavnani had just dyed her hair platinum blonde. And I used to be very proud of my clever titles. And I think the one after that was about, I think, Saif Ali Khan's ex-wife, Rosa Catalona, eating a piece of cheese at Olive. And I had put a title, so cheesy. And mujhe yaad hai, when I look back, some of the content, you're like, oh, cringe, you know, but we've all done this. But I used to be very proud of my puns and my titles. So it was
catchy
really
headlines,
one of those catchy headlines. And it was to be a little short piece, just like you would write in the newspaper. And I used to take my own pictures. I used to write it myself. I would edit, or if I took a video, I would edit it myself, put it up. So it was like a one-man show, and ये मैं तब कर रही थी before there was the concept of influencers and content creators. So everyone used to wonder कि अपने laptop या phone पे क्या करती रहती.
We've come a long way.
I really have.
So you know, you guys post this amazing content throughout the day. So I don't know, how do you ensure the authenticity and the accuracy of the content that you post, considering the sensationalized nature of Bollywood gossip?
So I mean, I'm very proud of the fact that, and like I said, I learned very early on that we don't do sensationalized Bollywood gossip. We don't do clickbait. We are happy, shiny, and we focus on the things we love. So aside from the rule of I won't write anything I can't say to your face, if I don't love it, I won't give it airtime. So that actually takes a lot of the pressure off of, you know, trying to verify some gossip or rumors. Hum blind items bilkul nahi karte hain. And I'm not saying I knew this from the beginning. We learned all this the hard way. And I'm very proud about it, and I've talked about it at length in my book as well. So I think for me, I mean, and to answer your question, if there is a story that we want to carry, then we will definitely get both points of view. So, काफी time हुआ है जब किसी का breakup हुआ था, or somebody wants to talk about something, we have gotten like official statements from them. And in fact, in the past, so that it did not become a media circus, काफी लोग हैं जिनका अगर कोई divorce होने वाला था या separation, they would come to me and say, Malini, let's just release a statement on MissMalini.com because we know you're not going to twist it or make it sensational. And I'm really proud of that trust is there in the industry. And aside from that, we don't carry random, अगर किसी ने phone करके gossip बता दिया, I definitely don't do it.
Verified होता है.
Verified होता है because you have to check, otherwise it's just, it could be a complete lie. And I always tell my mom this, because she's 84 and she loves Bollywood and she loves Bollywood gossip. And काफी time she tells people random gossip की कहानियाँ. And they all think I must have told her. So I'm like, please quote your sources because you didn't hear this from me.
Are you going to give me some gossip?
No, I don't have gossip. And the thing is, rather than asking for goss, why not ask for something happier and shinier?
No,
and
not negative goss.
Yeah.
But yeah, some things that normal people might not know.
I mean, I think nowadays everybody knows everything, right? Because everything is on the internet. I think that I really love this piece of information, which I don't know if you know or not, that Ranbir Kapoor is on Insta, but he has a Finsta. So he has a fake Insta, but he checks everyone's accounts and he loves looking at people's social media and stories. But he keeps changing his handle, so you'll never figure out who it is. But I think that's kind of sweet, actually.
Yeah, it's really lovely talking to you. But now we'll be moving ahead to our board game. It's called No More Small Talks, specially designed for this show. So yeah, let's get started.
Let's do it.
So yeah, very simple. You just have to roll the dice, and wherever you land, there's a small task written over there, and you have to complete that task.
Sounds good. I love games. Let's go. Should I start?
You love board games?
I do. I play a lot of games.
Lovely.
Yeah. Three.
Three.
Some charades. All right, let's go.
Okay, so here we won't be giving you movie names. We'll be giving you brand name instead.
Okay.
I'll act out and you have to guess.
Okay, fine.
Okay.
One word. English. Cut. Or half. You're doing first half. Second half. First half. Lips. Lip. Drink. Coffee. Tea. Pour. Milk. Pour. Tea. Something, not tea, like green tea, like green tea. Lipton. Lift. Nice.
Yes. Okay.
All right.
And the one. This is an easy one.
Okay. Glasses. Sunglasses. Blindfold. Glasses. Shades. Goggles. Blind. Eyes.
You're very close.
Close. Contacts. Contact. Lens. Yeah. Lens cart. All right.
Okay.
Six.
Oh.
Ask
so
me
this
anything.
Is ask me anything.
All right.
But this goes the other way around. Here, you can ask me anything if you wish to.
Ask you anything. Yeah. Okay. What is the most interesting thing you've heard someone say on this show?
On this show, so we interviewed Malika Sadani.
Okay.
And she closed the show by saying this one thing that we were talking about something if she wants to give a message to the audience, and she said that if there's something that's keeping you up at night, it's really worth losing your sleep over.
Oh wow.
And I don't know why, but it's just stuck in my head and I really loved that statement.
Nice.
So
I like that. Nice.
Okay, you can roll.
Three.
Okay, icebreakers. So, you just have to be quick with the answers.
Okay.
One question you don't want me to ask you.
For more gossip, I'm tired of people asking for gossip.
Okay. If you could change places with anyone in the world, who would it be?
I wouldn't change places with anyone. I'm living the best life.
Perfect. What's something about you that you wish more people knew?
I think I wish more people knew that I'm really not this gossip girl. I think it's just
that's just your business. Profession, yeah.
And even my profession, I'm really not a gossip. I wish people knew that. So many times people meet me and they're like, "Oh, you're so nice. We thought you'd be XYZ," and I don't know. I think maybe it's just because of the industry. So okay. I'm not like that, folks.
That's how it's viewed. Yeah. Okay. What's the most valuable thing you've learned about being an entrepreneur in your journey?
I think I have learned the value of time. I think that entrepreneurs always need 25 hours in a day and 8 days in a week. And I've learned the value of building a really good team, because if you don't have a good team, you can't get anything done. You cannot build an empire on your own.
Okay. What's the one quality you spoke about your team? So what's that one quality you admire about your team?
I think what I love about my team is that my team, especially if anyone knows, if you join MissMalini or Good Creator Co., you get thrown in the deep end pretty fast. Then they all learn how to swim, and I love it. And I love that there's a lot of ownership and camaraderie. We have a lot of fun. We work really hard. And once you've worked with or at MissMalini, you can work anywhere.
Okay, cool. Now let's move ahead. 5. No, it's got gone.
Okay.
So I'll give you a few brand taglines and you have to tell me which brand is it.
Oh God, okay, let's try.
This is simple. Do what you can.
I don't know.
Random guess.
Random guess. Give me the category. What is the industry?
A mobile phone. A mobile phone brand.
Samsung? I don't know. Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, good guess. Okay.
Belong anywhere.
Oh, God, I'm really bad at this. Clearly, I don't know.
It's, I'll give you a hint.
Yeah?
They provide you homes.
Airbnb?
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
This is very easy. The taste of India.
Oh my God, I'm going to say Amul. My team. See, I can't do anything on my team.
Okay, the last one. The best or nothing.
The best or nothing. I don't know this one. Come on, team. OnePlus?
No.
Such confidence, he said. Give me a hint.
A car.
A car?
Yeah.
Say that. What was the tagline again?
The best or nothing.
The best or Mahindra? No.
A luxury car.
Luxury car? Nexa? I don't know. I'm just going to name all the cars. Forget it.
It's Mercedes-Benz.
Ah, there we go.
Okay. Cool. Moving ahead. 4. Oh.
Free pass.
Yes, you got a free pass, but
Nice.
yeah. Cool. We can roll again.
Okay.
Okay. So
Okay.
this is Never Have I Ever.
Okay.
Very simple. Never have I ever Googled myself.
Of course I have.
course.
Everybody's Googled themselves.
Never have I ever lied to a celebrity.
I have had to lie to many celebrities, but it's for their own good.
Okay. Never have I ever regretted making or taking an investment.
I've never regretted. I haven't made that many investments, and the ones that I've made I'm pretty happy about. And I don't regret taking an investment because that's why I'm sitting here today.
Lovely. Never have I ever regretted a collaboration.
I don't think I've regretted a collaboration that's fairly new, to be honest. And I don't really think I collaborate with anyone that's regrettable.
Okay. Never have I ever lied in an interview while giving an interview.
While giving an interview, how would you know? I could be lying right now.
Okay. Last one. Never have I ever met my celebrity crush. Who's a celebrity crush, firstly?
So many. How can you not? I mean, I have new crushes all the time, right? So I love Amir Khan is my all-time favorite.
Okay.
Ranveer Singh is adorable always. Ranbir Kapoor, Shah Rukh. There's no way for me to pick one. That would be wrong.
Okay. Cool. Moving ahead.
And the girls too. Deepika is definitely my girl
Deepika.
crush. Yeah.
I read that somewhere. You've
Yeah.
mentioned this. Yeah. Fine. Yeah.
Spill the tea.
Spill the tea.
Okay.
Are you a tea person?
I am. I drink
Yeah.
tea, coffee, everything.
Okay.
Yes.
So, what's that one mistake you'll never repeat in your professional journey?
I'm not sure if I'll never repeat it, to be honest. I think in my professional journey, I've learned a lot about being more patient. I think that, when I started out my career as an entrepreneur, I wasn't always very patient, and I have a short fuse, as my team knows. I lose my temper, and I don't mean to, then I feel really guilty about it. So I think I can't promise that I'll never do it again, but I try to be better about
You're
it.
working on it.
I'm working. Everybody's a work in progress.
Okay. In your opinion, which is an overhyped brand?
Overhyped brand.
Yeah.
I really can't say, honestly. I mean, I feel it's not so much overhyped brand. I think that a category that's overhyped might, in my opinion, be, like protein supplements or muscle supplements, because I think you see a lot about it. I don't know how much it works, but I don't believe that you can just pop a pill and suddenly become, 5% body fat. So I think that's overhyped. But again, I don't know for sure. I haven't tried.
You haven't tried it. Okay. Something you'd like to change about the industry you're working in?
I think that I would change the perception that everyone's always in competition. I don't think that's true anymore. Everybody gets along. And I saw this years ago backstage at IFA. People are really supported. I saw Ranveer Singh watching Anushka on the screen, clapping for her, hoping she gets all her steps right. So it's not that they just do it in front of the camera. It's not just that, all the women are always at war with each other. I think that people like that narrative. It's an easy one to sell, but I just wish people knew that people do love each other and get along as well. And just like in any family, you have
they're
arguments.
just normal human beings. They're kind and sweet,
They're
just
sweet
like everyone
and
else.
there's some who aren't. But I'm saying that just like in a family, you get along. Sometimes you fight, but it's not like constant war the way people make it sound.
Okay, perfect.
2.
Oh, okay.
Tips and tricks.
Yes. So, which are the 2 best marketing practices in your opinion?
Oh my God. Okay, so there's so many things to unpack here, but I think in terms of best marketing practice, I would say is really know the personality of your brand. So I would say try to think of your brand, whether it's a human being or an actual product, as a person. And what are their best qualities. So just like you would think of a person, they're friendly, they're funny, they're smart, they're energetic, and apply those qualities to your visuals, to your communication and all of that. Because nowadays, especially on social media, people want brands to feel very human. And my second tip is never stop experimenting. Don't get jaded, try new platform, especially in a country like India where, you know, I think over 75% of the population is under the age of 35. You really need to keep...
It's like trial and error.
You need to really keep up with what's new.
Okay. Talking about marketing practices, do you follow Marketing Mind?
I do. I'm sure my team has done a lot more research than I have, honestly, but I have seen some of your work.
Okay, you have seen our content. You want to say anything about it?
I think this is very clever marketing strategy right here. I think it's amazing. I think it's really important to, you know, create engaging, fun content. I think you're doing a great job with this show. It's a nice format, and thanks for having me.
Thank you so much. Okay, next tip, one skill that every entrepreneur should possess.
In my opinion, multitasking. I think being able to multitask is super critical because there'll always be 100 things on your plate, and if you can only do one thing at a time, you're going to struggle. So I think multitasking is key.
Okay, and what's that one mistake that every entrepreneur should be careful about?
I think every entrepreneur is going to make mistakes. I think the thing to be careful about is don't let your mistake haunt you so that it prevents you from making new mistakes and learning and growing.
Okay, please roll. 4.
I did it! Yay!
So here we are done with the game, and I must say you did a really good job.
Thank you.
So claps.
Thank you.
So we have a little surprise for you.
How sweet.
Our friends at Robert have sent this shampoo.
Oh my gosh, thank you, Robert.
So they are making incredible fashion for incredible people like you, and I hope you like it.
Open it.
Yeah.
Oh wow. So sweet. I don't know what they make. Oh, they make glasses and things? So cool. Nice. Wow, fancy. So now I'll be able to decode when you're saying shades.
The rest of the interview in these glasses.
Yeah. Thank you. That's very sweet. Thank you so much, Robert. I'm going to check out everything in this box.
Like, how was your experience?
It was fun. I love games, and as you've seen, I play a lot of games on my shows, and this is a really fun one. It was very much like a fun little board game. You guys came up with it yourselves?
Yeah.
Very nice.
And I have to say this, but I am loving the actors.
Oh, yeah.
You know, yesterday I was watching this interview with Shreya.
Yes. Yes.
So it was really fun and interesting.
Thank you.
Okay, so moving on to our next question. I want to ask you, do you think that a journey of a male and a female entrepreneur is different, or you think it's similar?
So I get this question a lot. So one, I can't tell you what a male entrepreneur's journey is like because I only know the female entrepreneur's journey. I will say that yes, from hearing other people's experiences, unfortunately, there's a lot of times where, you know, male entrepreneurs and female entrepreneurs don't have the same journey. And women do face that glass ceiling or patriarchy or maybe don't get that many opportunities. I will be honest and say that was not the case for me. I did not struggle with patriarchy while I was building out my career at all, and I always give a lot of credit to that. I always had very supportive men and women. But having said that, I do know that it's not always easy for everyone. And I felt that the only time I actually faced patriarchy was after becoming super successful. So it's ironic that it can happen at any stage or age in your life. But I think that what I feel is amazing is that we live in a time today where women have huge opportunities to become entrepreneurs themselves. I just wish there were more female investors because I think that if we had more female investors, more women-led businesses would get, you know, support. So I think that's the only thing I'm waiting to see and hope to be one day.
Oh, wow. Amen to that.
Yes.
So what was the most memorable part of your journey? Like maybe that one I have made it moment or something that you'll never forget?
I will never forget winning in 2017 Impact's Most Influential Women in Media Marketing and Advertising. That was huge for me. It was the first time I think they gave someone in the digital space that. So I thought that was amazing. The second one was when I published my first book. I've always wanted to write a book. I'm writing my second now, and the day the box came home and I opened it and it was a whole bunch of copies of a book that I had written. That was incredible. And I've had a lot of these moments. I can't lie.
There's not one moment.
There's not one. There's so many, and I'm so grateful.
How excited are you for your second book?
I'm
on a scale of 1 to 10.
Like 100. I've been writing it for years because I started writing it before the pandemic hit, and then I had to change it a bit, and now it's finally done. I've shot the cover, and now I'm just waiting for it to go to print.
Oh wow, we're waiting too. So moving on to our next segment, which is called The Internet Doesn't Know, where we ask you questions about you and your brand that are not available on the internet as of now.
I wonder if there's anything like that. Yeah.
We found a few things.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. You have to be quick with your answers here.
Yeah.
So one celebrity interview that's really close to your heart. The Ranveer Singh one?
So Ranveer Singh for sure, but the Amitabh Bachchan one, because I was born in Allahabad and so was he. Okay. And I remember I was interviewing him for the film Pink, and he came in wearing these pink sunglasses. And you can never tell if he's joking or serious. And then somebody was doing his hair and he was like, Deepak, enough. And like everyone's like, oh my God, Deepak, stop touching his hair. And then I started doing this Instagram live, this Facebook live, and I was like, hey guys, I'm here with Amitabh Bachchan. And he stopped me, and he's still wearing those pink glasses, and he goes, why did you say hey guys and not hey girls? And I was mortified. But I had taken with me a handwritten letter that his father, Harivansh Rai Bachchan, had written to my father, who studied under him in the University of Allahabad, because my father was a huge nerd, so he was a very good student, and he had this written letter of commendation. So I had taken it to get it signed by Mr. Bachchan for my father, and he saw it, and he was still wearing his pink glasses, and he was like, yes, this is my father's handwriting. And he was like, can I keep this? And when we asked you, obviously you let him keep it. And he said, the nicest thing, he said, I'm going to ask everyone who has handwritten letters from my father to send me a copy, and I'm going to publish them as a book.
Oh, wow.
And I will never forget that. I thought that was amazing.
Amazing, yeah. Your favorite influencer or content creator of all time?
So I really love different creators for different things, but I love Kusha Kapla and mostly Same Prajakta for just their humor and how well they're doing.
A celebrity you haven't worked with but you wish to?
Ironically, Amir Khan. I met him a bunch of times, but I haven't really sat him down for an interview, so I'm waiting. I can't wait to have that conversation.
How come you took this long?
I think he's also, like, he does very few projects a year, and he's pretty quiet about stuff, and I'm a real believer in things happen when they're meant to happen, and I know I'm going to have a great conversation with him when I'm meant to, and it's going to be really special.
Okay. Your favorite social media page?
Well, MissMalini, of course.
Except MissMalini.
I mean, I think the social media pages that I really enjoy, honestly, hand on heart, are like cute puppy videos. So I watch a lot of those. And then I just really I like pages that, do fun, uplifting content. So, brands like Upworthy, positive content, things that make you feel good. I love pages like Some Good News. So things like that.
Okay, lovely. What is the most favorite part of your job?
Oh man, I love everything about my job. I love that I get to do something different every day. I love that I get to dress up, do hair and makeup, try on nice clothes, and I get to meet the most amazing people. I get to grow, and I feel that all of us are, you end up taking a piece of everyone with you, That's what my best friend always says, ki ghar jaake have a salt bath because you have everybody's energy on you. And I'm like, but some energy I want to keep that with me as well. So I think it's amazing that दुनिया में इतने सारे लोग हैं, to be able to meet so many fabulous creative people is a real blessing.
And learn from them.
And you learn from people, like you said, you hear a conversation or a statement sticks with you.
It gets stuck in your head,
Yeah, and that helps you grow.
I'm sure you will say that there's nothing, but if there's a least favorite part of your job?
I think managing people. I hate managing people. I just want to be friends with people and do my thing. Managing people I find very stressful, and my team is all laughing now, I can tell. So I find other people to manage them, so I don't have to do it.
Okay. Last question. What is your hidden talent?
I'm an amazing pool player, so I'm really good at snooker and pools.
But is that hidden?
I don't know if it's hidden. I haven't played publicly in a while, but I'm really, literally, I used to go to this place called the Ghetto in Bombay, and I used to bet people money. 500 rupees I used to make per game. So I used to pay a lot of my bills playing pool.
So here we are done with The Internet Doesn't Know, and you gave lovely answers.
Thank you.
Moving on to our next segment, knowing that you are a social media queen, this one is going to be an easy peasy one for you. So are you active on Twitter?
I am pretty active on all the platforms, actually,
Okay. So for this, you'll need your phone and you
Okay.
have to open your Twitter account.
Okay.
This is called hashtag of the episode.
Hashtag of the episode. All right.
Yeah. So I'll give you one hashtag.
Yeah.
And you have to post a tweet about it.
Okay, what's the hashtag?
Okay. So the hashtag is hashtag my fashion fail.
My fashion fail.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
So you get a minute's time to think about the tweet.
Yeah.
And you can start typing then.
I've already got it.
You can read it.
Ready?
Yeah.
Hashtag my fashion fail will never happen because I have a great stylist.
Mic drop. I have to say, I don't say this to everyone, okay? But this was the best hashtag of the episode answer we've gotten till date.
You.
Oh my god, amazing. So moving on to our next question, I wanted to know, that it's never a smooth sail for anyone.
Sure.
It's always like ups and downs and all of that. So do you, like how do you deal with it if there's a time when you have received backlash for your content or any difficulties that you've faced in your professional as well as your personal journey? How do you deal with it?
I think that I deal with it the way any human beings would. I would feel bad, I would cry, I would complain to friends and family, I'd probably rant about it. And I think that's fine. You should feel all your feelings. I think it's the more important thing is to move on from it.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of times people say have thick skin or ignore it, but you don't really ignore it, you just absorb it. And I'm a big believer that you should never keep emotions inside because that's what makes you sick and that's what sort of sits in your stomach. So whenever I'm feeling something about something, if I have an argument with someone, I have to have it out or have my say or say, let's sort it out. So I think that that's the way that I deal with it. But I think that especially in any entrepreneur's journey, you're going to come across a lot of these ups and downs, and you're going to meet a lot of people that you'll be like, oh my God, how could they do that? But you have to stop taking everything so personally and realize that everyone's on their journey. And sometimes you just have to just be on yours and, sometimes understand that not everything that other people do has something to do with you. Sometimes it's just them being them.
Okay, lovely answer. You read books, of course. You write books. So, I want you to recommend one book, one podcast, and one movie to our viewers.
Oh my God, it's hard to pick because I'm going to pick two books. I'm reading a book called Humankind right now, which I absolutely love, and there's another one called Life 3.0.
Okay.
And Life 3.0 is really all about how AI and technology is potentially going to affect our lives in the future, and it's a fabulous book.
Okay.
And Humankind is a great book that talks about what if we believed in the kindness of each other. I love listening to a lot of podcasts. There's a couple of them that I love. There's one called This American Life. It's not just about life in America, but it has some really interesting perspectives on different topics.
Okay.
There's another one called Sounds Like a Cult, C-U-L-T.
Okay.
And it's amazing because it talks about all the modern day cults, which could be whether it's the cult of the Kardashians or the cult of veganism or anything that could potentially be a cult. I think that's really fascinating. You can listen to my podcast. It's called The Good Creator Show, and I talk to influencers about their journey. And now it's an immersive podcast, so we have a live audience. In terms of movies, there's so many. I think that, for the purpose of this, though, I would say I really loved a movie called The Social Dilemma on Netflix, which really talks about how the internet and social media have had such a big impact on us. I've been watching Black Mirror recently. The new season has completely blown me away. I like a lot of fiction shows as well, but I think that there's a great a show, I think it's a movie or a mini-series called Heal on Netflix. And it really helps you because whenever you're in a moment of crisis or pain, if you say and manifest for yourself, thank you for this healing, even when you're in the worst pain, you will actually see it make a physical difference to you emotionally and mentally. And I think that's really important to be able to do that. And if you just want some good old drama, watch Succession, which I think is on Geo and HBO. So.
Oh, thank you so much for these recommendations. Talking about healing, are you a spiritual person? Are you really?
I am. I'm not a religious person, but I am a spiritual person. I do believe in some power, the force, energy, vibrations. And I heard something amazing that said, very often when you're desperate or guilty or आप दिल से बहुत सोच रहे हैं कि ये मुझे अगर मेरे पास होता I'll be fine, then you're vibrating at an energy that the universe cannot hear. You know how they say कि अगर दिल से मांगो तो पूरी कायनात
जुड़ जाती है.
So it's the same thing. The kainat is the universe.
Power of manifestation.
But you have to manifest from a place of calm and belief that you already have it. And that's literally the secret if you've read the book. So I really like that.
Okay, and this brings us to our last question.
Sure.
I really don't feel like ending this interview because
So
because it's so interesting. But here I would like you to give a message to our viewers if there's any life mantra or if there's any advice you want to share, because there are a lot of young entrepreneurs, young girls watching you. So yeah, please go ahead.
I mean, I guess the best piece of advice I can give you is literally out of another movie, Dead Poets Society, which is Carpe Diem, seize the day, especially, you know, young women today. You live in a time where anything is possible. And I say this all the time. And in my first book, I wrote a letter to my 19-year-old self. And it says this, that you're so wealthy in the most valuable currency. You have so much time on your hands. Time to fail, fall in love, be hurt. And the magical thing and the amazing thing about time is that it fixes everything, including broken hearts and shattered dreams. Time is the most valuable healer and the most magical thing. So value that time. And the best piece of advice I ever got in my life was keep busy and don't wish time away. Kafi you'll find yourself saying, Arey, I wish it was the weekend, or I wish it was next year, or graduation ho jata, when I'm 20 I'll be happy. You only have, I mean, I believe that you have more than one life to live, but at this point you have this one life to live that you will remember. And you want to not rush past it. You know, they always say the same thing, right? Yesterday is gone, tomorrow never comes. Everything is now. And, you know, forever is made up of a series of nows. So be present. Stop doom scrolling, put your phone away, look at the people around you, have a conversation. And just be grateful that you're getting to live this extraordinary adventure. And I'm not so worried, you'll be fine. I think you have a plan.
That's so sweet. Thank you so much. I'm sure I won't be able to stop thinking about what you said.
Thank you.
But yeah, thank you so much. I'm sure a lot of people are going to benefit from this.
Thank you.
And we're done with the interview. This was our last question, and it was fun yet insightful. And again, thank you so much for doing this. Thank you so much for taking out the time. And I really wish that we are able to work together soon. And I'm wishing Miss Malini 100-fold success in the future.
Thank you. That was very kind and it was really fun. I loved all the games and the questions, and thanks for having me.
Yeah, thank you so much. I really hope you loved this conversation, and if you did, please like and share this video and do subscribe to our YouTube channel. Also, don't forget to follow Marketing Mind and Raw Bear on all social media platforms. Do let us know your favorite part about this interview in the comments down below, and I'll see you in the next one. This is me, Muskan Behune, signing off.